Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues, and today we are taking a look at Hush from the Batman Arkham City Wave 2 line of figures. And I gotta tell you, I was kind of going on about the Riddler. Wow, the Hush is a great figure. Hush has always been one of my favorite villains, and he's still really new in the Batman universe, and I'm really hoping, cross my fingers, that he is still around in the new 52 for DC. I've always loved Hush. Ever since the first time I saw him, thinking, oh, it's Jason Todd, then finding out it is Thomas Elliott. Speaking of Thomas Elliott, let's pull up the Batman Arkham City strategy guide here. As you can see, we've got a picture of Thomas Elliott. He is a surgeon and a serial killer, so that comes in handy. Based in Gotham City, and it lists, I didn't do this for the Riddler, but his eyes are blue, formerly brown, kind of eerie. It does list his hair color as reddish brown. He is 6 feet 3 inches and weighs, coming in at 225 pounds. There we are. So, we'll do this read-up. Since there is not one on the back of the package, we will do it this way. It says, Thomas Elliott and Bruce Wayne were childhood friends, and unknown to Bruce, dark reflections of each other. A childhood psychopath, Elliott tried to kill his parents so he could control their fortune. When his plan failed due to the surgical efforts of Thomas Wayne, Bruce's father, Elliott blamed the Wayne family for his problems. An incredibly gifted surgeon, as an adult, Elliott has spent decades planning an elaborate revenge to scheme and destroy Bruce Wayne. There we go. So like I said, I will be going to the strategy guide here to read the a review or a write-up on the character, since there is not one on the back of the package. So all that out of the way, let's get a closer look at Thomas Elliott, aka the Hush. How about just Hush, Rob? There you are. Fantastic. That's going to be my word for this review. Head sculpt on him. Little snarl to his teeth. You can actually kind of see the red in his mouth. Eyes really kind of stand out very well. And this is just a beautiful looking figure. Just the detail that they have gone into doing these figures is quite good. As you can see, there are his guns. So we're on the subject of guns. They do come out. They were in his hands in the package. They fit into his hands very well. A little tricky getting them in and out of the holster. It's going to be one of those that once I get the guns in there, they're probably just going to stay in his hands. I'm probably not going to holster them. DC Direct does do some weird posing of their arms. This particular arm is straight. So you could have it that way. The hand does not turn at the wrist at all. It turns back here at the elbow. So get some different, unique poses, but he can't hold his gun out in front of him, straight in front of him. It's kind of off to the side, but he can't hold it down. So still is very cool. He's got his little gunslinger stance going on there, and I love the way the trench coat is just kind of billowing in the back. It's a nice pliable rubber here. It is formed that way, obviously, so it won't go straight. But just all the different, dirt marks and dust and debris from Arkham City can be seen everywhere on the jacket. A very good figure. Now, my particular figure at the legs is it's kind of on the wobbly side. Kind of see right there. This leg not so much, but this one is really kind of flimsy, so something I'll have to watch out for as I set him up. And I was kind of afraid he was going to tip over at the knee, and he was just going to fall straight back. But he appears to be able to stand on his own. And I didn't mention this with the Riddler, but this particular wave, none of the figures come with little display stands, with the exception of the Mad Hatter. And we will see why the Mad Hatter needs a display stand. But Hush doesn't have any peg holes in his feet. The Riddler did, so if you had a display stand, you could put the Riddler on it, but Hush does not, so you will not be able to put him on a display stand at all. Like, he does stand up very well on his own, and even with my little hinge there on the knee, get in there a little bit, this little pin right there is really kind of loose on my figure, a little bit of a drag, so that's the only manufacturing problem I have with my figure. But that aside, I think I was saying the Riddler is going to be the pickup. I think I'm not going to say anything until all the figures are out and I have them out of package. But man, Hush is just a great figure. So if you only pick up one figure, pick up the Riddler. Now I'm saying, okay, if you only pick up one figure, pick up two. Pick up Hush and the Riddler. But Hush is just great. Now this, I believe, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is only the second time we've ever received a Hush figure at all. And the first figure was from the Hush comic series. As you can tell, the Arkham City figure is much larger than the Hush figure. I want to say this is 2004. Hopefully I can find it somewhere listed on the back here. But, yeah, my display base, I think it probably does say here. Does it? No, it doesn't. Anyway, that'll be a review for another time. So looking at both, and you can kind of see the improvement from the figure. Yes, the costumes are very much the same. They didn't do a whole lot of tweaking with Hush. They took out some of the extra pouches here and the yellow part of the belt, but, you know, there's a yellow belt here. The H still prominent where it should be. But as with the Arkham City Hush, those guns come out. On this particular Hush, they do not, although his wrist can turn all the way around. And on camera, I just broke it off. Unbelievable. Wow, I'm a little disappointed right now. First time I've really had this Hush off the shelf, and I just snapped it off. So, wow, I guess it's time to get out the super glue and... yeah, so that's what happens. It's a good thing I have another Hush. I'm just really disappointed right now. Doing this review, I bring out this Hush to kind of show you a comparison, and I snap off his hand. Wow. So, little story. This makes the second figure from this Hush line. My Poison Ivy arm broke off on the right arm at the elbow, and had to glue that back on. Now I'm going to be gluing in Hush's hand here. So, wow, that really sucks. Alright, a little bit of a mood kill there for me. So hopefully this Hush can stay intact and not break. So please knee, please hold out. So I guess that shows you these are adult collector figures. So there you are. That kind of caught me off guard there. As I'm looking at this figure, I'm looking at Hush off the side here with his broken hand. So I think right after I shut the camera off for this one, before I go on to the... Mad Hatter, I'm going to glue that arm back on. Okay, so here we are. And there we go. Okay, hopefully I'm back and, nope, still thinking about it. So anyway, we've been taking a look today at Hush from the Arkham City Wave 2 from DC Direct. And as always, this has been Rob for Rob's Rogue signing off and saying we will see you guys next time.